former Clemson player, my friend, your friend, Gojo's friend, everybody's friend. He got the Cheez-It in the background and the slight Clemson flex.
Oh,
too.
yeah. Look at this guy.
We see you. He is prepared. What up, EMAC? I wanted to ask you this because you're not far from Columbia, right? You're still in South Carolina. You played, obviously, at Clemson. And there's been some conversations about who could possibly replace Muschamps at South Carolina. Brent Venables has been in the conversation, Tony Elliott. So what do you think about those two possibly replacing Muschamps?
Yeah, I think there's no chance that those guys leave. I think, number one, they're pretty happy where they are, and especially that environment. If you look at Tony Elliott, I mean, he played at Clemson. There's no way that he's going to South Carolina to coach there. And, I think really when you look at candidates, who would you go after? I think my first call has to be Billy Napier over at Louisiana, a guy who is familiar with Clemson, a guy who's familiar with offense. That's got to be on the top of your list. If you're South Carolina. Again, we've heard some rumblings. We're looking at an offensive coach. That is 100% where I would start. And, I'd take a big swing at getting Billy Napier into Columbia.
I guess, EMAC, how appealing is this South Carolina job? You're going somewhere where you're going to be a middle-of-the-road conference team and eventually get fired. What's the appeal?
And that's exactly my point. Outside of maybe hanging your hat on the conference or the fact that it is an SEC, a Power 5 school, certainly that comes with bigger budgets, bigger contracts, different abilities, to do things than maybe you might have at a Power 5 school or a G5, school in terms of facilities, getting the right things to then get the great players. So I'm with you, though. Outside of that, right now, Louisiana's a better situation. You look at Luke Fickell. Cincinnati right now is a better situation than South Carolina.
It's going to be interesting to see how that works out. Certainly a high-profile job opening, but we know what it's been compared to and talked about with this whole time. EMAC, you've seen from afar what's going on at Michigan right now. Jim Harbaugh seems firmly in the hot seat. Do you think there's any way he's coaching this team in 2021?
It's so interesting, guys, when you look at how he's done against his rival in recent history with Michigan State, Ohio State, how he's doing this year specifically. I think, people are just tired of it. And the expectation was set so high. And what do you have to hang on? A share of the Big Ten East. And that is not what Michigan wants or expects. So, I think it's kind of just time's up. And, you had your tenure, and it might be time to move on.
All right, so you know what I'm good at? I'm good at stirring the pot. I got a guy next to me that's a Notre Dame guy. We're talking to a guy that's a Clemson guy. I may or may not have seen EMAC tweet something about congratulations to Notre Dame for beating the JV version of Clemson.
So, do
you guys I'm just stirring it, and I'll let you have. EMAC, would you like to defend Clemson right now?
Hey, let me ask y'all this. If Notre Dame's missing their starting quarterback, their three best players on defense, do they lose in double overtime? Zero chance. They get blown out of the water. So I hope that we get to see it again. Both teams full strength. I get it. Injuries happen. This crazy world that we're living in, sickness with COVID happens. But, man, it was a fantastic football game. And I just hope that we can see round 2 and maybe, if the game's close, a round 3 potentially.
See, my conference brethren understanding that it's best for the ACC. We get 2 teams in there. I love getting to say this we stuff this year. It's a great time.
That's right.
Totally get it on this one, and definitely not going to dispute Eric's point on that.
Oh, wow. That was it.
Wow,
I love that.
He said it. You didn't even stir the pot.
What? You want to take Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah off my defense? I don't. That kid's great. Kyle Hamilton?
That's
no.
right.
I'm keeping them on the field. And we'll go out there and beat them with Trevor Lawrence in the ACC title game. That's fine, but I don't want to lose any of those guys.
That's right.
This is why, what I should have done was tweeted you both when you'd had a few drinks after the game. That would have been far more entertaining for all of us. All right.
Hey, can I just say that him on Twitter, Gojo on Twitter, was hilarious. It just kept me going. I was dying laughing, bro.
There's one tweet whenever Mike sends, "I am not well," that is just like when you know things have gone off the rails for Mike.
It's a wreck. It's a wreck.
It is. It's gone a little bit off the rails. But I want to get back on, and I want EMAC to stick around for this because this isn't him in my territory right now. I've been obsessed this year with the number 0 in college football. I have said from the mountaintops that it should only be worn by players that play defensive line over 320 pounds. And upon this rock, I will build my church. And so on this show, I wanted to reward big boys doing great things in a segment called Mike's Theisman. And so I feel like we can get this started with our guy, Darius Hutcherson, rocking the crop top for South Carolina. EMAC, that is a big man showing big belly in a way that we can all appreciate, right?
You know, I just wish that I had the courage to have done that when I was a player. That is a beautiful specimen. That's how you should wear the jersey. I honestly, Mike, don't see any other way that you should do it.
I change my shirt 7 times if I feel like I look a little frumpy. He's out there just throwing the belly out.
Does it just not fit him? Like, why is it that way?
Men, what is stopping you from looking like him? Nothing.
That's exactly right.
Let's get to our next big boy. This is Boise State's Nick Crabtree out here getting loose. Watch this. Oh, no, here we go.
Oh.
This is not Boise State in here.
No.
But someone getting loose. It appears to be West Virginia. Look at the pancake at the top of your screen right here. That's West Virginia's Parker Moore right here. That's Parker Moore, number 55. We've got it fonted wrong. It's fine, but just observe the pancakery
Get
going
off me, bro. It almost started a fight. He was ready to. He was like.
Oh, he just picks him up. I mean, that's straight WWE.
I mean, when you get disrespected like that, guys, you have to defend your honor. You know what I'm saying?
That is true. You're required in any room in the trenches to get up and fight after you have the dog walked on you.
Yeah, he almost got all the smoke right there.
Incredible pancakery in that scene. Let's see who we've got next in the Theisman category here. All right, now we're cooking with gas.
Yeah.
This is NC State's Ike McQuanu. Look at him. Oh! I command you to go.
That last shot seemed unnecessary. Like,
that is so embarrassing.
No. That is EMAC. That's just a good bit of finish. You know as well as I do, the pass pro doesn't have to be passive.
No, it has to be very aggressive. And what that is at the end there that you said was a little bit too much, that's when you put that little bit of extra syrup on your pancake before you take a big bite.
If you actually listen closely, you can hear him scream yeet as he throws himself headlong at Florida State defender. It is majestic in this one. Are we out of Theisman at this point? Do we have any more? Are we good on that?
I think we're out of.
EMAC, don't you have some Theisman?
You got some Theisman.
I have a couple of that I submitted. I don't know if we have them.
Oh, they're here.
But here, watch this. Elaine McNeil is so athletic. He's going to tip the ball in the air, catch it himself, and say, "See you later. I got a reservation for 6."
Oh man.
Look at
the athleticism, guys.
Look at our thick Lord and Savior.
Our thick.
Oh my God. He is
freaky.
Perfect in every way.
How many yards in before his thighs are begging for him to stop?
The only thing that could have made it better is if he had a crop top right now.
100%. Young man, I would like to encourage you to switch to 0 halfway through the season. Talk to your equipment manager. You are the one that I want to celebrate.
Good Lord.
That's right.
But Jason, didn't you ask Gojo before the show if he had ever scored a touchdown?
Yeah, Mike's never scored. EMAC, you ever scored a touchdown?
No, and I was even a tight end, in college before I moved. So I had a lot of opportunity. I was wide open, though, in the end zone and was overthrown for an interception. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, boo.
All right, I think EMAC has one more for us on the Theisman category, right?
Oh, here we go. Niles Pinckney, guys. Check this out at Clemson. At fullback, big defensive tackle, 320 pounds, plows in there. But this is the best part. He keeps his feet. Do a little dance, Niles. Go ahead. I don't know what they call that, but I'm excited that he felt good enough about himself to be able to do something like that in the 404.
I've never seen that in my life. I don't think it's a thing.
Well, you know what it is, Eric, though? That preparation meets opportunity, right? He was so confident he was going to score. He had the dance planned on Tuesday.
Oh, man,
He literally had that choreographed out, Mike, and had a plan in place, and you have to respect that as a fellow lineman.
EMAC, we appreciate you joining us. Thanks for the contribution to Theisman. As always, my friends, stay safe. Next time, we'll get more trash talking. But we appreciate you joining us. Thanks so much.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.